2, 1.
Oh, excuse me. Welcome to the Uncensored podcast with Tumbo and Black Moses. This is episode 9. Yeah, episode 9. Yeah. I'm Tumbo.
I'm Black Moses.
Yeah, so this is our last episode.
Yeah.
With PodcastDetroit. Oh, well, anyway, let's go.
How was your week?
Oh. It was interesting. I was at work all day.
Man.
All day or all week?
All day.
Every day this week?
Yes.
Okay.
Equivalent of 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah, 70 hours. 72 years. 3 days. But what happened this week? My best friend in the hospital, he's pregnant. No, he's not pregnant in real life.
I'm about to say, how did that go?
He's not pregnant in real life, but there's something wrong with him. He got, my boy. He all right, though. He was supposed to be here. Him and his wife was supposed to be here, so.
Okay.
They all right.
Yeah, I hope they feel better.
I
hope they feel better.
He all right. He be all right. And what else happened? Hey. Oh, yeah, I got hell for our last episode. Oh, man.
Oh, how did that turn out? How did that turn out?
I was at work. I left. I didn't go.
You didn't go?
Hell no, I ain't go.
What?
Man, no.
I'm surprised they ain't pull up at the job. Your
Me
whole
too.
fam, man. Yeah, you was talking about it.
About Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
About Jesus.
That's not who you was talking about.
I'll talk about Katie G.
Okay, then. Get it right.
Yeah.
That's why they mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't thinking about no.
I'm going to have episode 2 of that.
Part 2.
Yeah, we're going,
episode 2 of part 2.
Yeah, we got to bring them all back. Let's bring them all back.
No, they don't want to come on the show.
Who?
Our aunties.
No, okay. All right. It's we'll ad-lib.
Yeah, how was your show? Yeah, I said, how was your show?
Shoot, my
your
week, man, has been very challenging, man. They for some reason, they feel like I am the super trainer, and they have been giving me some retarded people to retrain, man.
Wet Wolf. I'll tell y'all what Wet Wolf is.
Wet Wolf, man. Wet Wolf. Motherfucker, it's crazy. But then, I had to mess around with, I almost called her name out. Man, that was that last half a day yesterday.
Oh, you talking about me?
Man, it was pretty challenging. It was a challenging week. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how y'all have jobs and they be trying to challenge y'all.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I had a good time, man. What about you,
man? But it was a pretty good week.
I gotta apologize to my boy Ali.
Why?
Because I said I was gonna.
Oh yeah, you're going. Yeah. Give him a couple. I had to bring them down. I had to come up to them and bring them together. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all a team, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta look out for each other.
Oh,
yeah, because you have somebody else, you know what I'm saying, doing his job, man, you gonna really be upset. But there was a couple of things we're supposed to be talking about before we get started.
Oh yeah, talk about the Moses facts.
Yeah, I think so. I know there was a couple of topics we was gonna hit on before we got into it.
Who do you have on your show today?
We gonna introduce them after we do all that.
But how you know if they don't want in on the Moses facts?
Well, they can get in there. What's going?
So they just gonna randomly start talking. Yeah, I want to know who's on the show today.
Oh, okay. To my left, I have my friend Darian.
What up, though?
What's up? And then to my right, I got my friends, Sean and Chanel. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Y'all right? Glad to be here.
Yeah,
Your husband and wife.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Darian is here. What's the word when your wife can't be?
Solo dolo?
No, he's not solo
That's what I
dolo.
was
He's
thinking.
here
By myself.
by himself,
Solo
but he's
dolo.
also representing his wife.
Always.
That's
Yeah, I'm representing.
Yeah,
town.
wherever he go.
Absolutely.
She had motherly duties to attend to.
That's
She
right.
couldn't be here.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Hey, I had a joke I can't even say it now because I'm going to get in trouble.
You're already in trouble, man. You stay in
No,
trouble.
I'm going to
You
get in trouble with my
already-
friend.
He stays
Oh.
in trouble.
I can't say it. I was
Yeah,
like,
we got
in
some
trouble.
sensitive people out here.
no,
You
we
better
don't. My
keep
friends
it.
are not sensitive. Leave
Say
my
the
friend
joke.
alone.
Say the joke.
Nope.
See?
So yeah,
Because you know you're going to get cut.
This is the part of the episode where we got to intake in. It's called Moses Facts with Tumbo's wife.
All right.
And that would be me, right?
Yes.
It better be.
Go.
Anyway, so what's the topic for today? It has something-
Millennials, marriages.
Marriages,
Yeah.
yeah. So, facts with Tumbo's wife. So the fact that I just came up with, heard about just an hour ago was that it was about divorce rate. 50% of marriages are failing.
I ain't surprised.
55% of Christian marriages are failing.
I ain't surprised about that either. They should be higher.
Well, okay, it might be, but these are Tumbo's wife's facts that she's heard, so she has not looked them up by herself. So I'm sure it's probably a lot higher. But so yeah, those are my facts for today, and I just want to know why our marriage is failing, regardless of what you believe in, where you're at in life. Personally, I think finance, communication, those are all problems, and that people just need to sit down and talk about, work it out together.
Yeah, I think you just answered your question right there.
Yeah, but in my religion, we don't have divorces.
Nah, that ain't happening over here. This is a forever
Religion of
thing.
Buddhism. We don't have
Is that because, do y'all have marriages in y'all religion? Because if you don't get married, you can't get divorced. So is that...
That's why you want it.
that might be true too.
That sounds like a better deal.
No, it's not.
In your religion?
Oh, Buddhism?
Yeah.
Oh, it might.
You got to be married. There's no divorces at all.
Yeah. See, saving the world. One booty at a time.
Everybody's happy in Buddhism.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy.
Everybody happy.
So those are my facts. What do y'all have any input on that, or?
I read an interesting article. They actually stated that the number one cause of divorces were social media. Number 2 was finance. And I can believe that because it's.
Wow.
I think social media has helped take away people's views on marriage. As not people look at marriage as just another relationship. So they feel I can get married, or I can get divorced. It don't matter. You got people throwing divorce parties, or people don't think, or you married, but people don't look at social media as being real.
Right.
So I'm married, but then I'm probably flirting with somebody on social media.
Yeah.
But that ain't real. It ain't. It's fake. So.
Right.
I have a question after you finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
With social media, do you think if someone is inboxing your spouse, is that cheating?
What are you talking about?
And
What is cheating?
That's a question I
what
had
is
for you.
cheating?
And we talking about with social media.
Because
Is
we
it
talked
even
about
cheating?
that at work.
If a guy slides in your inbox, hey beautiful, how are you? Would you think that's cheating? Nah, I'm not talking about her response.
I don't think that's cheating because I think my wife is beautiful too. So if you
right.
shoot your shot, hey, go
You
for
honor
it.
that compliment.
Now, if she entertains it, then that's a
a whole
different
nother
thing.
thing.
Great
Because
philosophy.
I hold her to the standard, not him. You
Right.
can try whatever you want,
Right.
but
Right.
it depends on how she takes it.
One of my coworkers.
Wait, this great philosopher said this. You don't post a block, you don't post a cop block or block his shot. You must make sure she better not dunk that ball. She better not make him dunk that ball.
Don't give him no assist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Let's flip it. If I saw a girl in your inbox, I'll be okay. I just want to know how you gonna respond and handle that. But I know you.
I'm like,
I got a wife already.
I got a wife.
That's gonna be the end of that.
I got a wife. I'm sorry.
And then you show your spouse. And then you show your spouse. Look at this. Somebody go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't try to hide it.
Yeah, it ain't even nothing to
run away
hide,
from
really.
it.
I just run. I don't even.
I
I don't respond. I feel you. That's how
Oh,
I block am. the person.
What?
Because even if
Yeah,
I say,
that's-
I got a wife, but then she gonna respond with something different.
Yeah.
Now what you gonna respond at? No, I ain't got time for that.
You're right.
That's smart.
Delete,
Just block 'em.
block, I'm gone. And that's a lesson I
right.
had to learn the hard way because when we first got married, I was younger. I did entertain stuff like that, and I
Yeah.
felt like, well, it's over the phone. Like I ain't meet this person. I ain't talk to
Did
him.
she know you were entertaining them?
No. Which
See,
which is also
yeah.
like a sad
we
thing
just
because
get to the topic.
I
it make
get
it feel like it makes it feel like you're hiding, which goes back to the cheating part.
Yeah.
Like if you gotta hide it, that's what make you feel like
That's what we
oh,
was
I'm
talking
cheating.
about. Yeah,
You know, if
that's
it's
what we was talking
secretive,
about. If it's
whether it's
secretive.
physical Yeah, really, or it's just in communication, then it feels like you cheating. You know,
Yeah.
you trying to hide something.
I feel like if he if he was to entertain, if he told me, oh yeah, so and so's in my inbox, da 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 da, and he shows me the message, that's something totally different. I'm okay with that because I'm gonna entertain with you to a certain. Right. We are. I like to be.
I'm very weird because I'm like, oh, I bet you won't hop on. Like I say crazy stuff like that. Like entertaining. Like let's see. Like but especially when the dude is goofy. Oh, man, you are so beautiful. I'm like, yeah, baby, go ahead. Let me see your game. Spit your game at him. Let me see how good you are.
Let's see what you got.
Right. I do that. But I know I trust her enough for she won't be like, all right, do some sneaky stuff. So that's why I like to entertain it. It's funny.
Yeah. Then at some point, we have to agree to kill it.
All right. Okay. Now the fun is over. Let's go.
Yep.
Right.
Wait, we didn't even finish answering the question, though.
Right. You
said 50% of marriages end in divorce, and he said something about social media. I think a lot of times, too, on social media, married people put too much of their business out there.
Thank you.
I think people look at marriage as if it's supposed to be this perfect thing that y'all ain't never supposed to fight or argue. And then when you see, like, a couple having a dispute, people be like, see, that's why I can't get married. When relationships is just relationships, whether you married or y'all dating, like, y'all go through the same stuff.
Right.
I think marriage is just more so, like, we going to work this out before it's all over
It's a team thing. And
we
then
ain't breaking up. We ain't splitting up. We ain't doing the separate. What they call it, like
separation?
No, what they call it when you got mixed families and all that kind of stuff. Like when you got baby mama over here and we trying to work it out with baby daddy over blended family. Yeah, we ain't doing the blended family thing.
We ain't
doing all that.
I'm all for it. If blended family, like how my dad.
They ain't popping with me. Nah.
But he had kids before he married my mom. My mom had me before she married
him.
Like
Aaliyah?
And the families are coming together. Yeah. Like eventually if her mama act right.
Nah, she kick rocks on that.
That don't get me wrong.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with blended families. What I'm saying is that we both came in with no kids.
Oh yeah, that's how it should be.
Starting off together.
Right.
Yeah.
We not going that blended family route.
No,
we gonna finish this the way we started. It's gonna be me and you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's something different.
That's the way it should be.
Especially
y'all not bringing nothing in together.
Exactly. It's different if I already had kids or she already had kids and we made that agreement. Hey, I know you got kids. We gonna make it work.
She didn't have kids or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When it comes down to what's that? A wedding? I don't know what thing about. But marriage, relationships, anything like that, man. It just have to be a lot of communication, man. Lots of communication.
That's something I'm learning.
Yeah. You're doing very good.
At first, when we first met, I was terrible at communication. I was garbage.
Yeah, like you wasn't saying nothing, or you?
I didn't know how to express. I didn't know how to express how I felt.
Oh,
so I just like.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't that you didn't know how to. You didn't express how you felt. Well, it wasn't about me, but just like stuff that he would go through, deal with.
I just kept it to myself.
He kept his feelings, in.
That's what you normally do.
And then just communicating about little stuff, just, I don't know.
Like, I'm going here. I won't tell you I'm going here. I skip. I don't know.
You'll say, I'll see you later or something? Or
like, I don't know how I did. I just did some goofy stuff. Like, it was just retarded.
Like,
just
I'm going to just say this. Okay, like, oh, I need gas in my car. I didn't put no gas in my car today. You done roll all the way down here on E and you ain't got no gas in your car.
Why you
ain't say nothing? Just told me you stopping at the gas, or you'll be late coming over because you stopped at the gas station. Just tell me you stopped at the gas station.
No big deal.
It's no big deal.
I just won't say nothing.
But yeah, communication.
Very
that's
important.
number one.
But it's easy.
That's
like
number one.
yesterday, I was coming home and she was like, "Are you at home yet?" I was like, I just told her. I said, "Nah." I went to Myers, gave me some salad, and came home. Usually, I would be like, "Yeah, I'm at home." Right. Like, yeah. Why would you say that? And then I'm like, I don't know.
But then if something happened to you, then I'm like, okay, well, he said he was at home.
Right.
Nigga, what was you doing?
Or had you stopped at Myers and tell me, and so-and-so tell me, oh, yeah, I saw him at Myers. Well, he told me he was at home.
What you doing? No.
It
all points back to what you doing.
Right. So I had to learn.
What happened was.
Conversation. Plenty of times getting yelled at. You know what? It's just easier to say, hey, man, I'm at Myers.
Yep.
Yeah.
What you doing there? Getting a salad.
Why?
And I think that's what guys try to avoid. Like I don't want all
those
questions. I don't want the details. I just want to go do what I'm trying to do, and I'll see you when I get back. Like
Right.
But I think that takes time. I know with me and my wife, when we first got married, she would do a lot of talking.
about how she felt, what she's about to do, and I'll be sitting there playing the game like, I don't care. No, not that I don't care, but it's just like what you're talking about is so minute. Like, I don't care if you about to take a shower. Like, go get in the shower. Like, you ain't gotta tell. I don't care what you wearing today. Like, just put it on. Let me see. Oh, you look good. Like, you know, all the details weren't necessary, but I've gotten better over the years.
The details don't be nothing to be like, okay.
Most men don't communicate in details, though. Most men are like, how you doing? I'm straight.
Surface
You
level
good?
conversation.
I'm
good.
Women, we communicate in ways of like, how was your day? Well, first off, it started off, I woke up late, and then I had to do my hair. My hair was leaning to the
Now you like,
side.
man, I asked. Dang it.
Yeah, we just communicate in two different
That's
fashions.
why I love Texas.
As soon as you
Yeah.
drift off. You ain't listening anyway.
Really?
You ain't listening nothing.
Right.
Right, that's how it
hey.
is. Yeah.
Just hear keywords.
But see,
I'm
that's
good. It was good.
then we have nothing to talk about.
Oh, okay. Dude, how you feel?
Fine.
Hey,
Right. You know.
Thumbs up emoji.
Right.
Gave it.
Right.
That was like the best thing emojis for us.
Man.
that's the worst thing ever.
I love it.
I had issues with that early too, expressing my feelings. But I
Most
didn't
men
got
do.
I didn't
We
got
don't say
better
a lot.
because while my wife is talking, I'm just trying to analyze how I'm gonna solve it. Instead of just saying
That's it.
instead of like really listening to her and then responding with the way I feel, because that's all she want at that moment. She don't care about solving it.
Yeah.
She just want to know how I feel. So I done got better and just letting her know, expressing how I feel and everything.
Where did that come from? What did the fact that men don't really express themselves come from?
We just don't. We just. It's
Was
just
it like
No,
a
we don't
boys
say a lot.
don't cry. I think
Okay.
that
we
has a
just
lot
don't
to
say
do
a lot
with
of
it.
words neither.
Because I think when you're younger and you talk like that,
You
guys will get
whining.
you like you whining, you complaining. Like,
Shut up.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, your
if
uncle
you
be like,
fall
"Hey,
and
yo,
scrape
dude."
your leg, like, is it broke? No, we'll keep
all right,
moving.
shit,
Like, you know,
yeah.
you good. Like, that's where it come from.
Like,
Like,
I don't think I really we didn't have to worry about all that. The communicating and talking and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of other issues that had to be, you know what I'm saying, addressed. So the communication is like,
That's the last thing on communicate.
yeah.
That's why
I went through
communicate.
like dates and short relationships, not even talking.
It was just
I was just stroking.
It was just
I just
That's
stroked.
terrible. And the
This
fact that
is
she
one
was
word.
okay with it is even
Drink probably a couple of jokes,
So we
and
go-
that was it.
hey, but
So
that's
wait.
50%.
Smoke,
though.
yeah, you
That's
know what I'm
50%.
saying?
You good.
Smoke, crack jokes,
So,
stroke, and then you know what I'm saying? Out. That's all right.
so you met the female, and then now you just like, made her laugh. All right, let's head to my apartment. That's it.
Yep. Skeet and skedaddle.
I'm mute from now. It's
Dang.
Skeet and skedaddle.
called the mute love.
Savage.
that ain't even love.
That's savage behavior.
No, I say you got half of
that's
it right,
what-
though, because what old timer told me, as long as you talking and y'all having sex regularly, you good.
You good.
You know,
Straight.
marriage will last
You know what I'm
forever. So you having
Make 'em
sex
laugh,
regularly,
you
you
know what I'm
halfway
saying?
there. Like, you straight, you know.
When they see me, they already know, well, I'm about to laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Before you know
yeah.
it, just start coming in with the jokes.
Yeah.
You know, here, have a
Got
drink.
'em
You know,
good.
here, roll this
That's
up. You know what I'm
good.
saying?
Right?
So you
That's
only
good.
had surface conversation with these people, like it was never on nothing serious, like was really happening in your life. type of
They
conversation.
brushed up against, you know, on their end, they would brush up against, like, you know, what they talking about. But, you know,
Well, I'm here to tell you about what I'm doing. You don't need no
I was like,
That's
next
true.
step.
If you just a side
Another
piece
new
or
joke. I'm trying to
whatever.
create a joke while she's sitting there
Yeah,
talking
my
about
point
what
is
she
to
talking
make her
about.
laugh.
Instead of
Make
solving
her laugh.
problems, he like, how I'm gonna come up
Yeah,
with
he
this
was.
joke?
I was entertainment. I
She
was
was a
entertainment.
jokester, all right.
I was entertainment, so that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, with this like relationship I'm dealing with now, it's like a lot. It's like,
I'm sorry,
I'm gonna
go
turn
ahead.
into a teacher. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta really like sit her down and talk to her, and you know.
You being a good
Is this
father.
somebody you think you want to be with for a while?
No.
Yeah,
Don't even waste your time teaching it, because you.
No,
train-
wait.
No, because they need
You're
it. They
training
need it.
her
I
for the
disagree.
next person.
Yes,
That's
he needs
okay.
to do
They
that.
need that.
He
They
needs to do
They
that.
need that.
So you
Yes.
okay with training
I
her
don't
for the
have no
next?
problem.
Hell yeah.
I don't have no
Because
problem with
now
that.
the next man don't have to deal with the bullshit.
That I'm feeling.
I ain't got no
Right.
problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
If she was raised
Because
right,
she wouldn't probably get anything if she would mess around and keep thinking the way she thinking. So you know I don't have a problem with teaching period.
You're a good father. That's father.
Teaching, you know what I'm saying?
You're a good father.
I don't have no problem telling them something, you know, enlightening them, opening their minds up.
Yeah.
That's you know, yeah. These are things
Now, the
because
next
where
brother don't
they
have to do
came
it.
from. You don't know where these people that came from. To me, I be thinking like every woman that I meet is like a book. Every time you start talking to a woman or something,
Page.
you're going to have there's a story.
Oh,
behind
yeah,
this
big
woman.
time,
Oh
big
yeah,
time, big
so
time.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So open up their minds and train them, and you know not train them, but
No, you
teach
said
them
it
a
right.
little
Train
something.
him. You said it right.
Teach
That's
them
the
a little something.
uncensored.
You said it
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
This is the uncensored
But
podcast.
I did have a question though, you know, for you all who are married and the ones who are trying to, you know, have a relationship and be married. Do you think that do you think that people that won't need a relationship or trying to do a relationship need to have counseling?
Counseling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Regularly.
Well,
I mean, like before, like especially
Yeah.
before they get ready to get married and stuff like that.
I think it's good to have another perspective, just based off the fact, y'all. If you think you right and she thinks she's right, what y'all? I mean, y'all coming together is only gonna prove that y'all are right? But if somebody else is looking on the outside saying, "Hold up, this might be a barrier along the way, or this might be something y'all might run into that has experience
Right.
and has knowledge in marriage, like for real, grounded."
But if both of
might
y'all
help
are
y'all
right,
out.
then that's what y'all both agree
No.
on.
I'm saying
yeah,
if
no,
you
both
if
of
you
y'all
think
not
you
always
right,
right, yeah.
and he think he right,
Oh, in their own opinions.
and y'all
okay.
in love,
Right.
because love
Yeah.
complicates things, and so you ain't seeing clearly. So just to have that outside perspective kind of helps you to, you know,
Yeah.
I guess shift things along the way, or at least look back and say, "Oh, okay, I know what I need to work on," or this
Bring them
might be
together.
something. Yeah.
And when I said regular counseling, I ain't mean like going to pay somebody who's a counselor.
Right.
Like even scenarios like we sitting here right now, this is like counseling.
Yeah.
It is.
Only
It's
because
therapy.
Yeah, right.
what y'all do in y'all marriage, you know, you might say something and it can help me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or I might tell y'all something and you like, "Man, I never thought about that." When we
Right.
first got married, I was 20, she was 21. And we hung around people who was in their 50s. Like
That
we
were
hung around
married.
old heads
No,
who was
still
married
do.
That was a
Still
good
do.
thing.
for
Yeah.
25 and
Yeah.
30 years,
Good
and they,
thing.
you know, we just sat and listened to them. And, you know, we
Absorbed.
hung out with them. We just
Yeah.
absorbed what they had to say. Some
Right.
stuff we didn't always agree with.
Right.
And we would go
No,
back home and be like, "Nah, we ain't doing that."
But it's good
But,
that y'all talked
you know,
about it afterwards.
But just
Right.
the time that you had got there, you know, and spent with them, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You learn a lot from, you know.
Exactly.
from
We learn
people
how
who've
to
been
talk.
Experienced
I learned a
you know,
lot from you,
relationships.
sir.
Experience relationships.
We did that with our group
Yeah.
of friends. We would get together and talk about, you know.
I like being around old people. They're very interesting.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
older people.
it's I think that's a great thing, great lessons.
But even younger married couples, because you could still pick up on some things.
Yeah.
You
For
know,
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
some y'all may do right, you know, that we may be looking or having a problem with in that area. You know, oh look, they try this. How about we try this, or you know, tweak it so that it fits us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the only thing to worry about with younger couples, though, and I know a lot of people say they don't do it, but I think it happens more than often. You start comparing yourself to them.
Yeah, you should
You look at
do
their
that.
marriage and you be like, "Well, they 28, they 27, we they age, we should be doing what they doing." Like, you
Right.
know, they doing real good. As opposed to older people, you know, you don't really compare yourself to older
They
people too much
old.
because they'll
Older.
tell you it took us 20 years to
Yeah.
do this. So you looking down the road like, okay, well, it's gonna take us some time.
It's a,
Yeah,
real,
by
it's
the
a
time
realistic
60,
point of
we
view.
sitting
should
rush
be
to try to
working.
get,
We were working
Yeah, we
to
working
get-
towards that.
But
Do you
somebody
think
your age-
males? Do you think males, when they see other people married, do you think they compare like?
No.
I think status, yeah.
Compared
Status.
to-
Yeah,
I think status.
Yeah.
With men, they talk about jobs.
yeah, he
they
got
talk
this
about
job, he making
you
this
know
much.
money.
how they protect. You know how they got holding their family down and all that. They do look at stuff like that, or at
So
least
that's
I think they do.
Yeah, we do because that's in us. Like I gotta protect and provide. Like
Right.
Right.
so, I see another man. I'm like, I gotta get that too.
It's
Any
like
means
women are
necessary.
multitasking. Like, you know, she clean the house, watch the kids. You know, she got her own business and all that. You like, how many hours in a day do you have? Like, you know, but
Sensei.
yeah, that's kind of what it is. I think.
So yeah. Oh,
Darian, what you think
What
about counseling?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think that's just like a case by case basis. Everybody
Yes.
don't need it, but
Right.
I think I commend couples who really understand, like, hey, we need some professional help, or we need somebody here to help us with this particular issue, because we ain't getting nowhere trying to do it on our own. So you always need, you know, some kind of help or some guidance to get you to where you need to be. regardless of the relationship or anything you in. So I'm for it if you need it. I didn't do no counseling.
Would you?
Put that disclaimer out there.
Huh?
Would you?
Yeah, I would. If there was something we feel like we just can't get over
agreement.
this hump, we need help with this. So let's go to the proper people to get that help. Not like you say, it don't always got to be paying somebody.
Right.
You can go to your grandmother.
The
I'm
I'm cool with that. Free.
Elders
Free
of
counseling.
the family.
I'm okay. I ain't trying to pay nothing.
What do you think about? I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead,
I'm taking over your question. What do you think about marriage counseling? I don't think I ever asked you. We talk about it, but I don't think I ever asked you what you think.
Oh, it is what it is. Like, if you want to go, let's go. Like, I'm all for it. If you,
No.
But no, I'm just saying, like,
If you want to go.
Like, if you want to go, let's go.
What if you say y'all need a shrink? Like our heads are jacked up. You know?
Hey, let's go. My head might be all jacked up.
I think
We get a meeting
together.
No, we going together. Like, you say you need count. Whoa.
We can be in the same
Counseling.
We talking about marriage counseling now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, hey.
I think because I asked him if we can go before we get married because but we have I call them deep conversations. It's not just the surface level talk. We talk about finances. We talk about our future, what we want, what we think we want, and how we gonna get there. And I think from what I've studied, that's what a lot of the counseling is for, those disagreements. You want your kid to go to public school. I want my kids to go to private school. Well, how can we come together and make this for the good of the child at the end of the day?
If I was there, I'd just say, how much is public school? Private school. That's the first thing popping in my head.
That's
Like,
But yeah,
I
if
just
you
like
can
the word.
convince me, if you can talk me into, that, then, you won.
Like, how much it costs?
We can come-
Can we afford it? Yep. All right, whatever. I don't care.
I got a question. In marriage, who has the last say? Because a lot of older people we hang around, a lot of the older couples we hung around, the husbands is always like, and remember, you the man. Like, so at the end of the day, if everything fall apart, it was your fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just take it like
you gotta take that hit.
Yeah.
You gotta take that.
Yeah.
But me, I'm not. Nah. You said this. Nah.
But
It-
he's
it
not
depends.
prideful. Like, he don't say, well, he is
I'm
prideful.
very prideful,
But
to a
he'll
certain
never
extent.
say,
Yeah.
like if he messed up. No, if I go along with what he says, he'll come back and say, babe, you know what? You were right.
I can't do
I
it.
should have listened or something like that. And I hate when he tell me that, but at the same time, I'm thankful when he realized that, he can trust what I say and know that it's going to be okay.
And I think because I was raised by all females, so it's like I'm very like humbled. I don't know, like my arm, like
you've been wrong.
But a lot of males won't do that.
Yeah, like,
They won't go to their wife and say, you know what, babe, I'm sorry, you were right. So that's
you
why
were
I
right.
have to be thankful when you do say that to me. Although I hate when you tell me that. Because
Well, you
I want to be like, yeah, I know I was right, but I can't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
oh, really? Okay.
You can't say that sometimes.
Wait till next time.
Sometimes.
No.
It'll bother his ego.
But, oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
you can't be-
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want him
I'm
to
not
ever
gonna
feel like
do
feel
that.
hate.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can't. So like if he said, you just nod your head like.
Basically.
But later on, she can
silent
say
win.
after it settled down, she can crack you. I know I was right. Then I'm like, all
We
right.
joke about it, but
A lot of times she's right. I give her a little, little something.
I got a question. Do y'all ever talk about like your y'all positions in the family? And like like if you have a family, do y'all know? Do y'all ask, or do y'all know? Do y'all talk about your positions in the family?
Like what our roles are?
Yeah, your roles.
I mean, you kind of had to, because if you don't, that's what leads confusion and miscommunication. And you got to say, this is what I'm doing X, Y, Z, or this is what's happening today, because he may have a whole different schedule, and I'm expecting him to be on point, and he out of the house for the whole day. Oh man, I gotta get our son a bath, or I gotta make sure we go grocery shopping and all this other stuff, or ain't no telling what's gonna happen.
And it switches too, like day to day. Like she might be out, and I might have to give him a bath or go grocery shopping or cook dinner,
Yeah.
And I
or
think,
wash the dishes.
but yeah, see that right there, man. That was the hard part in the beginning, because I'm thinking, that's your job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't wash clothes or dishes. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing. You know,
I buy a dishwasher. I'm
bro.
not washing no dishes.
Dishes was.
But I hate
worst
for
thing.
dishes to stack up in the sink.
So wash them joints.
And when I cook, when he knows
Then
this,
somebody
when I
gotta take
cook,
'em out,
I'm
though.
cleaning while I'm
I do
cooking.
that. That's easy.
Oh, you think
I'm not
about
washing no
put them
dishes.
up?
Yeah, I'm not washing no dishes.
Okay.
I rinse them off.
Well,
put
you
them in
gonna
the
sit
dishwasher.
there with me while I
But see,
wash
y'all
them.
already know that that's
Yeah.
an issue for y'all. So
Yeah.
y'all
It
gotta
is.
already
You gonna have to
establish
come to
how we
an
gonna,
establish,
how
But
y'all
I will
gonna do
like
it.
if we got a dishwasher. Oh, I wash.
I
dishes
hate the
all
dishwashers.
time.
I don't like
love 'em.
dishwashers.
Because they don't get all the way clean.
Nope, I don't.
That's why you supposed to scrape it, bro. Like that.
If that's the case, I might as well fill the bucket up with soap and water and put it in the dish rack.
I got others let the game on. I got to
But
play
you
the
done
game.
already
He
scrubbed
gotta
it.
play the game. He gotta play the game.
Gotta play the game.
You could
get
have
your
you
game.
watch
Hey,
it.
man.
I would cook. I cook all day if you want me
It ain't gonna take that long to wash the dishes.
No, I'm not washing no
Exactly.
dishes. I
Just
can't.
You already doing the scrubbing.
No.
Some-
You already
use
doing
the
the
soap.
scrubbing.
Some people already know what they gonna end up doing. We have some friends. The guy, he strictly, the husband strictly cooks. She don't cook at all. She
Okay.
will not
That
cook.
ain't her
It's
thing.
not her thing.
Yeah, it's
She
not
will
her
clean the whole
She
house
knows
before
that.
she cook.
Yeah.
And that's already established. So yeah, I think you kind of have to say what your role is
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
into it. So then that way,
I believe that have to be discussed. You know what I'm saying? Even when the kids got their own roles. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
You
yeah,
take
that's an important subject. It's an
Yeah.
important thing to talk about.
Yeah, I think it's good
Yeah.
to talk about because then you can see where you're lacking. You can kind of look at yourself in the mirror because periodically me and Tamara does that, and we're one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and we try to our best to live our life according to the Bible standards. So I look at what the Bible say I should be doing, and I ask Tamara, well, am I doing it? I'm sacrificing that for you, and I'm really providing for you because that's one thing I'm supposed to do. Is there a way I can improve on providing for you? And then you're the weaker vessel, not saying that she's weak so she can't do nothing, but
right.
she's a prized vase in a glass that I really have to take care of. Right. And I'm doing that for where can I relieve your stress? Can I do the dishes on this day? Or I tell her, you don't need to cook every day. Right. Twice a week, I'm good. Just make something that go across 2 days. And she asked, well, is there anything I can help you and support you? So I like that we have these open discussions periodically throughout the year, just to sharpen us up. You always need to be sharpened. So I think it's really important for a couple to
periodically
really
through the year.
Yeah, periodically we always have
it
it
ain't
during
just a
the year. We do
one-time
it.
thing.
Yeah, you got to continue to do that because I
So
might
it's like
be
a
slacking.
tune-up. It's like
a tune-up. Yeah, I might be.
Periodically, like is that once a month? Every other month?
Yeah, because I might be
right.
slacking
Quarterly?
in
Is it
something. And
quarterly?
she'll let me know. That's why I like. Or she might be slacking in something. She's like, dang, I ain't cooked none. Let me. How can I pick that up? Or dang, I ain't do nothing for the girls this time. Let me pick that up.
Right,
Then she's a teacher, so we really gotta, I guess reconstruct our roles because she go back to work. Working full time is tough for her. So then I look at it as well. I gotta sacrifice something on my end to help her. So let's figure out what that sacrifice is this time around. So
That's what I'm talking about.
What is the
what's up.
one rule you would not give up? Like, I'm not giving up my video games. You kick rocks that.
Oh, you said Ru?
I'm not giving up my video games. I gotta play my games. Time of the day.
I gotta have my time. I gotta have time to myself.
Yeah.
I don't want the time. I just want my video games.
But
That is
that's
your time. That's your
okay.
time.
Yeah,
That's your
my
time.
You know what I'm saying? Like when if
4,
I'm
5
like getting
hours.
off work or something, my time.
I don't know,
Time.
man. I don't play video games, so
I don't
Yeah,
have.
either.
Oh, you missing out. Oh, y'all missing
I
out.
don't have anything that consumes my life other than doing hair, but that's work.
I sit there and watch you do it. I don't know. I'm weird. I just stare at you.
For me, I think it'd be sports. I choose if she made me choose. I'd be like, all right, game, you gotta sit. I gotta watch my
Really?
sports. I gotta watch my sports. I go
Rocky kick
crazy.
rocks. I'm playing that game.
I go crazy if I can't watch no basketball. I can't watch. I'd be like, I
So
can't
when the
do it.
game on, you have to watch it.
I have to watch the game.
So you
especially the
make sure
Lakers.
y'all do
I
everything
cannot-
before.
Oh, you and my boy would
Hey.
love each other.
Man,
Greg.
the Lakers on, Lions on. So I take care of
Oh, I'm
anything I
sorry.
gotta take care
Before
of.
the game.
What time the game come on? And it's cool because they come on, I think, at 9:30 now. So I can get it. Knock out everything. What you need, you got. I need to go to the store. 9:30, you already know.
You
Got
already
purple and
know.
gold on.
Yeah,
I'm right here.
I'm not good with my time, so I'll play the game and it'll get good, and I'll be on there 30 minutes, then an hour, 2 hours. You already know, 4 hours. Dang, to hear, really? Man, I've just been on there for like 10 minutes.
Especially if you get whooped.
Oh yeah, I can't leave. And then the thing,
Can't leave on no L's.
if I'm losing. I gotta leave with a dub.
Right.
It might not happen. So you got to
Keep on trying.
I got to. I got to. I think that's gonna be one thing we're gonna butt heads on.
What, the game?
Yes.
I don't think so. Because
Like when you want to leave somewhere, want to go out somewhere, and I'm playing the game, you like,
Yeah,
don't
it's taking us
touch my
some
game.
time. It's
But-
taking some time up.
I mean, when you know we doing something, I don't expect you to go hop on the game an hour before. You know you need 3 hours.
What if it's like 2 hours before?
Oh, he looked tempted. I need you.
especially if Call of Duty came out. I was like,
No, especially with the
A match
schedule.
only 30 minutes.
The schedule that he works, there's no way in the world he don't have time to play his game. You would come home in the middle of the night and get on your game.
and I will be up all
Yep,
night.
that's
playing the
about
game,
right.
like,
That's
That's
about
fine,
right.
because I'm going to be asleep because I got to go to work in the morning.
you hear me, motherfucker? You suck.
Close the
All
door.
right, babe. I'm sorry,
Just close the door. Go into your other room. Play your game. I'll be okay.
but I'm gonna have to learn. I know I'm gonna have to learn how to
We're going to find a balance.
balance that because it's gonna be
It'll be
September
okay.
comes around.
But I know it's not going to be that bad because I'm always doing and going. So
then we gonna be Gucci.
I know we are because
a
I'm
homebody.
always going and doing.
I'm a
So
homebody. Stay at home.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Play the game.
I'll
Make
find
sure
something to do.
Just make sure you talk to her. That's what I learned.
All
I
right.
can come home from work. She come home from work, talk for an hour.
Oh.
Get a good talk in for an hour.
That's what you do.
Get a good talk in for
Okay.
an hour. They ain't do the bathroom. Where can I have? Oh, dishes. I got the dishes. Do the dishes.
Ask me what I need, and we
I'm
good.
playing my game now. I'm good. And
Right,
then
right.
she ain't mad 'cause she's like,
I'm not
she got her
mad.
talk in. I done cleaned up something. I helped out somewhere. She ain't got nothing.
That's
no
a good
excuse.
one.
All right, but what
that.
That's
about
a
what
good
about
one.
when the unexpected stuff come up? Yeah.
Like what?
Sacrifice. Darius said sacrifice.
That's a hard sacrifice.
No, it's
Yeah,
not because
that-
you've been doing it. You've been doing it for the last 2 years. And you really been doing it a lot over the past year.
Yeah,
and
I'm
you
talking about
know
when the
you
new
have.
game come out. Like, duty come out
When
in
the
September.
But I-
game, he going back to
The
the
game.
game.
The game.
But I know when your new
Hey.
game out, I know you want
Like,
to
oh,
play.
I'm on that boy for days.
But I know that
Okay.
already.
Oh, so we gonna be good then. All right.
Yeah, that'll help you out.
We gonna
Because
be
Tamara
good.
know when 2K out,
Yeah.
2K is
Don't-
right.
Don't bother
Don't
him.
bother
He in his
me.
mode.
she know. When 2K coming out? Okay.
Don't have nothing
Leave
planned.
me alone.
Yeah, I'm playing.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
it's
cool.
serious
though.
out here,
That's
especially
cool.
when you're a gamer. Then you got the
I got a
headphones on.
question.
I ain't hear
And
nothing.
you got kids winning $3
Have y'all,
million.
Because it's both sides got to compromise. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Got to be some compromise on both sides.
I
Have
got-
y'all ever had a? Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Have y'all ever had a relative come stay with y'all?
For how long?
Yeah.
How long? Well, I'll put you like this.
Yes.
We've been married for 10 years. I think we probably lived alone
Let's talk about that.
in total, maybe like 3 years.
Whoa.
Because
Really?
my
We
father got
always-
sick. He came
Okay.
to stay with us for a
Okay.
year. He left and came back.
That's
Then
apparent.
right now, my mom is staying with us. It's apparent, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah.
it's cool for the first couple months. Then after a while, it'd be like,
You gotta
man,
go.
like
When
when?
is y'all going
When
to
is
get
enough?
out
Like,
of
I-
there?
you know what I'm saying? Do what
I
you
think
We
she
talked
need to
about
do.
this
would have
though.
more of a problem than I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
would
if
have a
if
big
it's his
problem.
mom or dad. I
Oh, my
mean,
daddy. That's why I
well,
have a problem. My daddy ain't staying with us.
If his mom had to come stay with us because she's sick
Mm-hmm.
or just really don't have the finances,
Oh,
not
mom
not.
can stay.
I'm talking about not prioritizing, but just really don't have the finances. Sure, no problem.
Right.
But cousin, brother, sister, auntie, all of them, hell no, y'all ain't staying in my damn house.
That's
Because
what's
my
up.
thing, and we already talked about
Like-
this, your family does not
just
respect
got
the
real.
stuff that you worked hard and earned and paid for. They not gonna respect your stuff.
That's not
And
all the way true.
guess what? Your sister can't come stay with me. Your brother can't come.
That's
I mean,
right.
I'm sorry.
That's
with
right.
us,
Communication.
My
Say
brother,
that. That's
my
communication.
Get it out
no,
now. You know
not
what I'm
just his family, but that goes to my family as well.
so
Now,
we-
if they want to come over for a weekend, I'm all for it. But you're
Man,
not
my brother
moving in
Dominic
my
can't.
house.
My brother Dominic can stay with us. He can.
No, he can't because no.
He just be in the game room all
And
day.
this my little brother. I love my little
I
brother to
love
death.
him. He can
But
come.
he can't come stay with me either.
Nah, my brother. No, he can't. stay.
If my parents was gone or something, then fine. But
That's so mean.
Yeah, 'cause that's when
That's
it gets
not.
real, man. We
It's-
had like 5 different relatives stay with us, and like I said in the beginning, it's
hard.
okay. Especially one time we had like a 1-bedroom apartment. Her mom got in trouble. She had to come stay with us. So it's like whenever you come home from work, you just go in your bedroom. I feel like a little kid. Like,
right? Why would you want somebody invading your space?
But it was.
That means
it was
think about you can't walk around
though,
the house naked.
It was necessary.
I will.
At that time.
No, you won't, bro. You think you will?
No, he would.
I will.
Because I tried it, bro, and my mom was like, "You need to put some clothes on." Like, I know this your house, but I'm in here. I'm like, "Ma, this is my house. You need to." I was like,
I would walk around.
I feel like a little boy again. Like, okay, like let me.
But he close to his mom, so I know he will. But why should I be pulled out of my comfort? And that's my house, our house.
And that's what my wife say.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Our
around
parents cannot come stay with us unless it's absolutely a need, a must. Yeah. And even then, you got 3 months. I would help you get out, okay? I would help.
There you go.
Because I'd rather for our marriage to be happy, free, and open than having somebody hoarding over it in our business. So that they can go back and talk to their other family members.
Oh, that's a big one.
I just walk around butterball naked.
And she's loving it. She's just smiling. Damn right.
Yeah, we had my brother stay with us, and he had recently got out of prison. So I'm just, trying to help him out.
Get him back on track.
Let him stay rent-free.
Being a good big brother.
Never family member again. Never
again.
He would just do stuff. I'm like, dog, like, what are you doing, man? And then one pet peeve of mine, don't lie to me about stuff. You want to lie to me about this, and then it wasn't like I was even charging you that much. You stay here 3 months rent-free. And then even after that, I said like $200 a month. That's all you need, $200 a month. And he was working. It was an excuse after excuse after excuse. So then I have low tolerance for men, period.
For sure. Yeah.
I had low tolerance. And then he'll do stuff. I think one time he did, it really pissed me off. He going to ask my wife, Tamara, so what we eating today?
Nigga, what?
I had to go in there and re-explain to him, this food, in here, we don't have a bridge card, buddy.
Y'all got kids.
This food in here is for me, my wife, and these kids. She need to worry about if we eat. You gotta worry about yourself. You a grown man. Then I told her, but it wasn't like
I can see him like he got the feeling
like you.
This is
you
for
take
us.
care of yourself.
You take care of yourself.
It was
different if you bring food ask my wife.
but it ain't even make it hard because
Don't you?
So to make it easier, I put a little envelope on the door. I said, look, we go to the grocery store every week on Saturday. You can throw a little money, $20, $25, make a little list. I don't mind getting it. Just say, give me some hot dogs, some noodles, whatever you need.
Right.
He'd
never do that. Then had the nerve to go grab our chicken out the bed. He just grabbed our chicken. Our chicken. Come on.
Shoot,
so then we ain't give him a door. I took the door off purpose.
Yes,
Don't get caught. We have the back door. But this how Love and Tamara is. She gave him our big screen TV. I didn't fuss. I let him take my game area, and I was in the basement playing the game. So we tried our best to make it as comfortable as possible for him.
Without the door.
Without a door.
Without a door.
See,
He had the nerve to
Door
tell
off
my
the
wife.
hinges.
What did he say? He told my wife, I still feel like I'm in prison. So she came and got me. I said, you ain't got no 50-inch TV in prison. You can walk in. You don't hear no gates. What you talking about? You in prison? You got a full
How old
side
is he?
right here,
Is he
bro.
older than you?
If you feel like you're in prison, you can go back. If this is worse than prison, dude, you can go back, my G. You can go back right now and be gone. So
you was good. You gave up the game. I'm not giving up no game.
after that, me and Tam was like, nope. And we gonna scare family members off that time. We just gonna scare them before they come. So that way they can't live.
They can't be staying. They can't stay. I'll be like,
I have a gentle iron heart.
Yeah, he does.
ain't no staying.
And then you can't do what
Most
you need
men.
to do.
No,
He
what you do is you do things.
Can he hear us? I don't care if he hears or not. I'm just
I
trying
really
to.
don't care. Like, matter of fact, I want you to hear so you get uncomfortable enough.
I want you to be uncomfortable so you can bounce on your
just say,
own
man, I
terms.
got to get up out of here, get my own shit.
No, but then you might,
Uncomfortable because he ain't gonna want to leave.
but then you might have that weird family member that's just weird like that.
Oh, I ain't never experienced
I ain't
nothing like
I
that.
mean, I don't know.
But you could be right though. It could be the case.
You never know.
Everybody has that limit, that feeling of limitation where they be like, look, I got to bounce. You know what I'm saying?
One time we
I get him to wash the dishes and clean up and, you know what I'm saying, cut the grass.
Yeah, you stayed in my house. You got responsibilities.
You got to give him stuff to make me like, I got to get my own place. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Let me tell you, if any of our parents got to come stay with us, I guarantee you they will be keeping the kids 24/7, okay? They're going to do that anyway.
That's what we
But, no, you got some real responsibility. These kids going to be your number one responsibility.
That's what we thought, man. I was like, cool, mom.
You can't make them comfortable where they'll never leave.
Gonna be watching our son every day.
Never leave.
Not the case.
I got a question. So, so Friday I went and took a dance class. It was slow and sexy. And one of the techniques that she taught and she spoke on was eye contact. We don't give eye contact anymore. And so a lot of people don't because of social media. So my question is, during sex, y'all married, eye contact. Do y'all?
It depends.
Depends
on what type of mood I'm in. Like,
like it ain't just like this. Oh, this is crazy. Like you ain't buck-eyed, just like staring at them. But yeah, it just depends on your mood. Yeah. I think just on that topic, I think it's just real vital in marriage. Yeah, a lot of people act like they don't want to speak about it or anything. Like it's just one of those mysteries. Yes, you have to have a lot of sex during marriage, but I think eye contact is vital. It shows a form of communication. It's not weird. Just don't be, weird.
You like it? You like it? You like it?
I think that's why the art of eye contact is dying off because of that. Like it's awkward. Why you staring at me like that?
Well, me and Tamara think it's awkward, but like I really love my wife, so I can't give eye contact at least for like a good 5 minutes, because then I'm a release fast because I'm be too into it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that too quick. I gotta get my mind right. I gotta think.
Like 1%
and then when I'm in that,
how many leaves on the tree in the background?
How many leaves?
And then when I'm in autopilot, then we can look. We can get, but I gotta get into. Let me take off first.
Right.
Get into autopilot, then we can do all the emotional looking. But if we do it right away, it get weird.
Be stroking and start crying.
Yeah,
like,
then I start.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. It's cool. Uh-oh.
Be all in your feelings.
And she look at you weird like, why are you crying?
What is the deal? Right, what's the problem?
Oh, no.
Just too much.
I don't understand.
But I think it helps.
That's funny.
Because like I say, I can't do it early. I do it later.
You gotta tiptoe up on that.
You gotta tiptoe up on it.
Gotta take baby steps.
I be needing some goat weed after. I be like, go get the Max 3000. I just gotta pop it real quick.
You got for the gas.
On the corner store.
You gotta pop it real quick.
You gotta try sometimes.
Wait.
No, I tried it once, and it don't work. It ain't do nothing for me. I don't know if it might work.
That don't seem like that really works. It's at the gas station. I don't think
I tried it though.
They have supplements like that in GNC, the health food store.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know.
Goat weed, I think is definitely sold at health food store.
Yeah, goat
I know
weed,
Mecca
I
is.
think that don't work.
Mecca
That
is.
goat weed don't work.
Oh, you know?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
just sit there like that.
I think it was like
Try a couple of those things. That stuff don't work.
I think what you call it where they give you a water pill and you think it's
Placebo?
Yeah, I think it's like that. I think it's like in your
It's a
mind.
mind thing.
Oh, okay.
You thinking it's working, so you work do nothing.
Thinking it works.
Yeah, so
work.
you work it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to work. Like, then what's supposed to happen?
Oh, man, that's hilarious. Yeah, eye contact. Yeah. Nah. I can't do it. Nah.
No eye contact
At all?
What's the problem
No,
eye contact?
like he was saying.
But now it
not like-
makes sense though.
Not like a whole like long time, but just
no,
like
like I look at you, then if I look at you too long, I'm like, oh shoot. Oh.
Get it to autopilot.
What happened? Like, man.
I was looking at your eyes, girl.
Start thinking about you having.
Care about you. This be easy.
Then you don't need no eye contact.
Right. I
you know?
just. If I didn't care about you, I can
It
look
do,
at
it
you all
makes
day
a lot of
long.
sense.
It won't make. No, it won't help.
So if I give you a lap dance, would I get eye contact?
Yeah, you get that.
Okay. Just asking.
Oh, okay. I'm
Just
like,
asking.
Like, he like, when we doing this?
now.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Cue the music.
Right, you know.
All right, we got.
Gotta leave the
5
room.
minutes.
yeah, we got 5 minutes. So,
Hey, I thought we started at 2:05.
5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes already.
Yeah.
Damn,
That was
cool.
quick.
Real quick.
We're going to bring you guys back on the show.
Yeah, we might bring y'all back
for
on the
sure.
show in 2
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Cool,
Give them
cool.
time to.
I mean, 2 weeks is good.
2 weeks.
Two
You know, we're
weeks.
going to be off for a week. I'm going to Pittsburgh to see my little cousin. get
Oh,
married.
yes. This is talking about marriages.
My little cousin getting married.
His little cousin getting married. My little cousin getting married. So
Aw,
next
sweaty
Saturday,
season.
Someone don't do it.
we'll both be in Pittsburgh, but I'm going to Youngstown for
Yeah.
a couple of hours. And so shout out to them.
Yeah,
Shaquana, Brittany,
congratulations.
and Mikey.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I didn't get them nothing for their wedding, though. I'm
Oh,
not getting them
God.
nothing.
But
Oh, no,
I wish
why?
them both the
Yeah,
best.
it's expensive. I'm cheap. I'm very cheap.
Nah, I mean,
You
I,
in it. That's enough. Shit.
I would say at least,
You had to
give us
buy
some cash
food
or
and
something, bro.
shoes.
Yeah, man, you gotta throw in something. When you first
At
get
least
started,
get a
man, that's
card.
hard, bro.
Oh.
When you
That's
first
what
get
it's hard.
started,
When
it
you
can
first
be a
get
You
little
know what? I'll give them
complicated.
$20. I'll give $20.
$20 is cool. It's just
A
put this
card.
away just in case of emergency.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
It's
you
hard
gonna
in
want
the beginning.
something when
Man,
your
it's
wedding
hard.
comes.
Yeah, I don't know how
Remember,
old
you
they
gotta
are,
pay for
but-
them plates.
Oh, damn.
I gotta pay for mine too. I'm glad she said that. Man.
Yeah. All right, we gotta end the show.
But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, liking us, listening to us.
For sure.
Follow
For sure.
us on Instagram and Facebook. Uncensored podcast Uncensored _ podcast and Instagram. Get further information on where we gonna be at, what we gonna be doing.
What's next to come?
Yeah.
That's right.
Some really good
right.
stuff is happening. Please
Yeah.
follow.
Yes.
Follow.
What else? Facebook.
Share. Talk to your friends.
What's on
Talk to your
Facebook?
spouses. Your soon-to-be spouses. We know a lot of people who are engaged. Just
Everybody getting
everybody.
engaged.
It's this
Yeah, that's
20s,
good.
30s. So
Man,
shout out
you
to
know
all,
the thing, it gotta be
shout
a
out to all the
serious
love.
situation, man. I mean, the wedding. I mean, going through the weddings and all
That
that
divorce
stuff,
stuff,
man.
man.
and-
Y'all
Wait a
junkies.
minute. And for the
I'm hearing
single
now,
and
folks ain't
divorced
even
people
getting-
out
ain't
there,
even
please
staying
stop
married a
discouraging.
year. They're not even staying a year. And getting, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta make an announcement.
All right.
For the single people out here and the divorced people, please stop trying to discourage people from getting married. I had a hour conversation with some people this morning, and they were just really trying it. I'm like, really? Y'all some haters. And that's all I gotta say.
But
Shout
then, too, they say 50% end in divorce. But you got to be more positive about it too. 50% succeed. So you know.
Yeah.
And
You gotta
stop
clean up.
listening to the wrong people.
Yeah, just no 50% do succeed, and you could be part of that 50%.
Exactly.
Right.
You know?
We plan on being part of that.
Hey, I ain't getting no divorce,
Ain't
man.
no
You know how much
divorce.
it costs?
We gonna be
for our
happy
last
together
divorce?
forever.
Everything is a cost.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that.
Hey, I'm with him.
No, we gonna stay together.
Right.
Man.
Get that.
But I don't want to just stay together. I want to be happy
Oh, we
together
gonna be happy.
forever.
Oh yeah, we gonna be happy.
We ain't got no choice.
We
Hey,
have
we gonna get this shit together.
You gonna be like, look, woman.
Let's go talk to somebody.
Yeah, that's good.
Go to church, anything. Oh, you going to church now?
All
You
right.
going.
Oh, you on Jesus' side right now? Huh?
Luda, whoever this is, you got to go to. Kitty G. Right.
That's good.
So, yep. See y'all later. Thank you. Bye.
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 Oh.